Alright team, so let's begin this workout today by setting loving, nurturing and kind intentions for this practice. And today we will begin standing in our mountain pose or Tadasana. So let's begin with both feet together at the very front of our mat. And let's reach up all the way. Inhalation through the nose, lengthening that body. Close your eyes, my friends, and bring both hands up front over your heart. Before we begin, again, let's look inside and find that gratitude for everything we have in these lives. We have our bodies, we showed up for the practice, we have our families, places to live, we expand, we grow through the gratitude. Take a deep breath, inhalation through the nose, and on exhalation, open up your eyes and reach up all the way. No comparison, no judgment in this practice, just practicing with curiosity. What if we can learn something different, something new? What if we can do a little bit more than we could do yesterday? And slowly, guys, on exhalation, gently fold forward. If you are a very beginner, don't worry, I will guide you through, guys, all the modifications. So for right now, just bend your knees. If you can't reach the floor with your hands, and if you don't have to bend those knees, just continue to hold your hands on the ground. Relax your neck, drop the head. Take a deep breath. Inhalation, guys, through the nose. One more time. Look up and forward. Try to look right up front of yourself on the floor. And fold forward, fold. One more time on exhalation. Again, let's look halfway through. And gently walk all the way towards the one side. Let's start to wake up our body through the waistline, guys. It doesn't have to be a far deep walk. Just do what you can. And let's slowly walk into the other side. All the way, drop the head, relax your neck. Just be free of the tension. Deep breath up here as well. And let's return all the way back, halfway. Neutral, and then bend those knees. Your first Utkatasana or the chair pose. Now, if you are a very beginner, definitely put your hands right up front of your chest, of your rib cage, of your heart. That's gonna work just fine. And if you want to go a little bit more challenging right away, take those arms all the way, guys, along your ears. Continue to stay in your chair pose and take a deep, big breath. Inhalation, guys. On exhalation, we will continue with a gentle back bend, just a tiny little one. We just begin the practice all the way back. Let's take our both hands behind the head and interlace them just like this. We're gonna go for the little spinal and neck rolls. So set those elbows outside, trying not to drop them and bring them to the front, and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, gently pressing on that neck as well, just a gentle at the base where the neck connected with the head. We're going for the soft C curve, forward fold. Inhalation, exhalation, bend your knees if you have to, watch those elbows. And the same way, we're gonna come back up. And another gentle back bend, my friends. Doesn't have to be a deep one. Set those elbows as a continuation of your shoulders. Very good. Let's do this. Back and neck rolls one more time. Elbows up and open. And gently rolling forward, scoop the belly in. Continue to breathe. Very good. Bend your knees, guys, if you have to. Come on back up the same way. Just like you. Taking the pearl necklace in. Slowly, slowly wrap it and then unwrap it. Little gentle back bend up here. Inhalation, exhalation, maybe a little bit deeper this time. Very good. And let's go ahead and take those arms up. Tadasana or mountain pose with both arms up. And we're gonna top one foot slightly outside. And we're gonna do a little gentle lateral bend. Only if it feels right. Go ahead and take your one foot gently off the floor. Just a little, just a couple inches off the ground. Come on back. We do the same thing from other side. So we take the other foot out, do the little lateral bend, and then if it feels right, go ahead and take your foot off the ground. Very good. All right, we begin to work on our little balance. We have some very challenging yoga asanas for balance today. Forward fold, guys. Take your both hands on the floor and lift the heart again. Halfway, neutral, full, forward, fold. Let's gently step back for our first plank today. And if your plank, it's too much for you, you can always put your knees, guys, and do your plank on your knees anytime you do your transitions as well. Keep on breathing. We're just holding this plank, and I want to start this workout with push-ups, guys. We're gonna do the 4 push-ups on our knees. So make sure that you hug your ribcage with your elbows, and we have 2 more. Waking up the upper body, the arms, and 1 more. Come on back and shift your weight back towards the heels. Extend those arms. Put your forehead on the ground. Inhalation, exhalation, guys. Back to your kneeling position for another 4 push-ups. Let's do it together. 1 and 2. And if you cannot do 4, do as many as you can. 1 more. Take it back to your child pose. And by the way, my beginners, you can always come back to your child pose anytime you have to. Just don't fall asleep, rest, recover, and come back to us. Otherwise, I will wake you up. Let's take our knees, hips width apart. And we continue with a little cat and cow flow. Continue to wake up the body, up and down. That feels so good. Very nice. And slowly go ahead and take your 1 arm and the opposite leg, lengthening all the way. We're gonna reach, and breathe. Only if it feels right, go ahead and connect with your ankle. If that is too much, don't worry about it. Just keep your arms and legs extended, my friends. All right, let's keep the leg lifted and just ground back your hand. We're gonna go for another push-up and hold all together, guys. If you need to put your both knees on the floor, please do that. Stay with me and we hold in. And on the way up, we're going to draw this leg all the way through, all the way, guys, to your lower lunge. If lower lunge is not there yet, just move your foot a little bit to the front. We're waking up the hips, guys. Inhalation, exhalation, all the way to the side, all the way to the other side. Very nice. And let's take our both hands on the floor. Step back, guys, to your plank. Inhalation, exhalation, back to your downward facing dog, your first down dog today. If you are a beginner, definitely pay attention to your shoulders. Don't hold your body weight right here. Send it all the way back. And everybody just start. Bend your knees, right and left, left and right. It doesn't have to be fast. Very nice. And just a couple more extra breathing cycles. Slowly return your knees back on the floor. Other side, guys. We're gonna take opposite arm and opposite leg for what you did the first time. Pull your navel in and just keep lengthening, guys. Straighten and lengthening all the way. A few more extra breaths, only if it feels right, good, and you have your balance. Go ahead and catch up with that ankle. Remember, we're focusing on the lengthening of the back, even though it's a bind. All right, we're ready for that push-up. Exactly what we did on the other side. Hug your ribcage with your elbows. Push down, guys. All the way. Elbows in. Breathe in and breathe out. We will slowly try to bring this leg through. First time, or the couple more pushes of the foot forward for the low lunge. Front knee, front ankle. We will come back to our lunges today. For right now, we're just waking up the legs. Take the one hand, lateral bend. Take your another hand, all the way lateral bend. Excellent. And let's slowly do your best. Step back to your plank. Just a few strong breathing cycles in your plank, guys. And we're going to take it back to our downward facing dog. And take a very gentle exhalation here. Our next flow here, guys, is gonna be our squats in our downward facing dog. And if that three-legged is gonna be too much for you, you can always return that foot back on the floor. So let's square the hips first. And we start to bend our one knee, push against the ground, shift the weight even more back. Good quality squat. Then we come back up and we place the heel back, or we continue to hold that knee slightly bent. Exhalation, relax your neck one more time. Bend your knee, squat. Draw your belly closer to the front leg, towards your quadricep. Try not to drop extended leg. Come back. Exhalation. We have two more on this side. Bend your knee and all the way. Very strong but very gentle. Squat, take it back. Exhalation. Let's do it one more time. Bend your knee all the way. Squat, shift the weight back and plant your heel back. Take your foot back on the floor. Straighten the dog. Set your knees a little bit wider. We're gonna go for threads and needle. The same arm. Wait, your leg was extended, so we just don't forget which one we did. All the way, take it down and take your another arm up front if you can, or support yourself on the side. And we're breathing, few inhalations, few exhalations. Very nice. Calming down the mind, the body. So this practice is flowing joyfully. Come back up. We're going back to the downward facing dog. Again, if a three-legged dog squat is too much for you today, then keep your both feet grounded and you're just gonna do it like this with the both feet on the floor. Let's take our other leg up all the way. First of all, square the hips and we begin our squats. Bend your knee. Keep the leg lifted and extended. Good work. Come back to the full quality downward facing dog. Shift the weight back. Ground your heels if you can. And again, bend your knees. Square those hips. All the way back. Exhalation. We have a couple more, guys. Bend your knees. Shift the weight back. Squat a little bit deeper. Come on back up. Last one, guys. Bend your knee all the way, squat back. Drop the head, relax your neck. Come on back. Exhalation. Very good. Let's put our foot back on the floor. We're going to ground the knees back. Thread the needle. So pick the same side arm. Your leg was extended. Reach all the way through the hips, hip flexor, torso, and only then and shoulder. And then we ground the arm. You can support yourself up here or take it up. Inhalation, exhalation. We're going to rest just for the few extra breaths here. Before we will continue, we have our warriors and lunges today as well, and some balance. Come on back up. Tuck your toes, guys. Go ahead and extend those knees. We relax the neck. Remember our form in the downward facing dog. Hands flat, hips back. Plant your feet or bring the heels up. It doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and take one leg up. Open it up and bend your knee. Expand and extend. Good job. In and out through that nose, guys. Let's step forward for the runner lunge. Runner lunge or high lunge is not for everyone, and if you are a very beginner, you can always plant your knee back on the floor and that's totally fine. Let's reach up, square the hips all the way, arms up. Take your both hands on top on the front thigh and push away, lengthening that spine. Make sure it feels good, it feels right. Chest above the hips. Then we're going to take our arms all the way up. You will take your opposite arm to your front leg, all the way behind, and connect with the hands. If you can connect, use your towel, use your strap, or just take those hands behind. Stay strong, my intermediate and advanced. Go ahead and plant your belly right on top, guys. Try not to drop the elbows. Elbows lifted. Come on back up and pivot on the back foot. Warrior 2 position, but the hands are still bound. So we're gonna turn the torso towards the warrior 2. I'm turning towards the wall. Now it's time to undo our arms. And now we gaze forward towards the front arm. Inhalation, exhalation, gentle, light top, exalted, or reverse, all the way back. Very light top, guys. Come on back and extend your front knee. Slowly, gently fall forward, all the way for the side straight. So we're going to square the hips. You will probably feel that your hips are leading towards the side of the front leg. So just gently fix it, square and fold forward. In through that nose, out through that nose. Very good. Let's bring our knee back on the ground. And we're going to set our hip above that knee. Take your toes up. Find a good position of the shoulders. Shoulders looking straight towards the front of your mat. And we just fold in a little bit deeper. Achilles, hamstring, entire leg, guys. Continue to fold in. Inhalation and exhalation. In and out. We're standing right here. And we will finish flow on this side, guys, with the camel pose. With Ustrasana, with one leg forward. So you have your front knee above your front ankle right now. And we do the both sides, right and left arm on this side, on this leg. If you would feel that the one side is easier than another, that's normal. But if you need to come back to the first variation, you could. So we're gonna take the arm, which the leg is behind. So for me is my left. So you're gonna take your left on your left. And then if you reach really successfully, if your balance is good, we're gonna try to take the heart up towards the ceiling. In through the nose and out through the nose. It doesn't have to be a deep back bend at all. Come on back to the center. And we take left hand, for me, left on the floor, the one was behind. And we open up to the little revolve position to compensate for the back. Inhalation, exhalation. Take it all the way back on the floor. We're gonna do another back bend in a camel or Ustrasana with one leg up front. This time we're gonna send the opposite arm to the heel. So if this is gonna feel too stressful on your back, just return for the first variation. So I'm taking my right towards my left right now. Find the balance, then heart, hips, up towards the ceiling. And the back bend is right here. We're gonna hold it for 2-3 breaths. Okay. Very nice. And this time we will compensate our back, counter stretches in a downward facing dog. So get to your downward facing dog the way you can. Drop the head, relax your neck. Very natural, gentle, downward facing dog. Bend your knees if you have to. Keep on breathing, and we're ready to take our left leg up all the way. Big breaths. Inhalation, up and open. And on exhalation, guys, step forward to your runner lunge. Make sure that if it's too stressful for your legs and hips, then put your back knee, guys, on the floor. Front knee above the front ankle. Let's reach up and extend the back. If you hold in the full runner lunge, make sure that your back knee is active. Hands on the floor, push against the front thigh, and lift the heart. Inhalation, exhalation. We're going to take our arm which is opposite to your knee. So it's right for me above, left underneath. Bind if you can. If not, try to use a strap or towel, or just send your hands behind. Breathe actively. In through the nose, out through the nose. We're gonna layer the belly gently toward the front. Keep your elbows, guys, elevated, and come on up and pivot on that back foot. You're gonna find yourself in a warrior two with the hands bind. So keep on breathing, both feet grounded. And now we're ready to open it. Arms all the way. We gaze towards the front hand, guys. Little gentle tap on the back leg for exalted or revolved warrior. Don't push too hard on that leg. Nice and light. That is perfect. Come on back up, extend your front knee, and we're going to square the hips. So naturally you might find them more on the left, so just square them back. And we're folding forward. Try to keep your both knees soft, guys, but extended and extended, soft and extended. We continue to fold forward. In through the nose, out through that nose. That soft breathing. Provide the body the flexibility. We need the oxygen so we can flow. So the practice is lighter, more spacious. All right, guys, we will gently put the knee back on the floor, and we will make sure that the front knee above the front ankle for our Chandrasana. We will begin with the arm, which is your leg behind. So I'm gonna take my right towards my right, and if the balance is there, we will square the hips and take the heart up. You can also use your blocks. Reach, breathe and flow. And just a breath or two. Come on back, and we will compensate into the little revolve position. You don't have to take your foot off the ground. If you're not ready, just do the way you can. And all the way rotation towards the left outside of the body. Let's slowly return back. We will repeat one more variation, so almost the same one, but we're gonna use the opposite arm from that leg. If you find it too challenging, then return to the first one. I personally think there's a little bit more stability because it's opposite side. All right, it's a little bit more challenging to reach at first, but the stability is definitely there. Hips up and forward. 2-3 breaths up here. Keep on strong, guys. And one more. Come on back, and this time we will compensate in our downward facing dog. So we're back to our downward facing dog position. Drop your head, relax your neck, guys. In through that nose, out through that nose, all the way nice and strong, everybody. We're gonna stay for just a few more extra breaths up here in the downward facing dog today. Bend your knee and continue to bring your head down. If that feels really good and you don't feel intimidated to stay in a 3-point dog, go ahead and give the hug to that bent leg. Drop the head, keep the body weight distributed between all 3 points, 2 feet on one hand, and then release. We're going to switch the sides. Bend your knee on other side. Stay with the both hands grounded, guys. Weight away from the hands and shoulders, or go ahead and give that leg a gentle hug. In through the nose, and out through that nose. Good work, everybody. Come on back. We're going to bring our both elbows on the floor, guys, for the dolphin today. If dolphin is too much for you, you can always bend your knees. You can always make it a little bit easier by binding your both hands up here. I'm gonna stay in a little bit more challenging variation When my forearms are parallel to each other, scoop the belly in, shift the weight back. Express through the shoulders. Spine is wide, your back is wide and long. Relax your neck. I know how it feels, guys. Keep on breathing. A couple more extra breathing cycles. Up here in the dolphin. Let's slowly return back. We're gonna set one hand on the side and look underneath, the hand up front. Your down dog and switch all the way. Take it to the side, look underneath. Breathe and flow. Excellent. We come back to the front of our mat for Malasana Squat and little back bend. So bend your knees, step walk or hop, guys, a little bit wider. We're gonna step the feet a little bit wider than normal so we can successfully go to Malasana Squat. If you can't go as deep to the garland squat with me, just stick with your chair pose, right? We're gonna come up and bring the arms up and above the head. Take and connect them. And little back bend to begin up here. Just a gentle little one. Doesn't have to be deep. And keep your hands bound. Chair pose or wide legs. Malasana Squat. That's perfect. Don't drop the hands. Reach all the way up. And little back bend. Once again. Inhalation, exhalation. Back to the Malasana Squat or garland squat. All the way back down. Excellent. We have a couple more, guys. Breathe and flow. Do not hurry up. Arms along the ears. Little back bend or a little bit deeper this time. Come on back and bring your bows. Feet on the floor, nice and flat. Try not to edge on your feet. Come on up. Final one, guys. All right. Be safe on your back. Malasana Squat, guys. I am so proud of you guys. Stay with me. We're gonna move this Malasana Squat to the chair pose on the tippy toes today. Wide leg is chair pose on the tippy toes. If your arms, shoulders feeling good, take those arms along your ears. Your tippy toes is totally optional, guys. Totally optional. Come on back. Grab your big toes. Hachendrasana and fold forward. My beginners, you can bend your knees for sure. Keep on breathing. Inhalation, exhalation. All the way fold forward. And let's slowly take our both feet closer. We're gonna do a quick Vinyasa Flow. You don't have to hop. If you do your hop, please land softly, save your back, low impact, but you can definitely step. Bend your knees and just step into your plank. Push down, low chaturanga hold, elbows in, guys, elbows in, little tailbone up, knees on the floor if you have to. Reach up and hold the way, downward facing dog. We begin a quick balance. We're gonna use our bound arms, which we practiced in the warriors. Reach your one leg up. Keep on breathing, step forward. While we're coming up, guys, we're not gonna try to kick off the ground much. We're using the strength of the front leg, just like this. Please hold your both hands on the floor, or when you're ready, take your hands up front. Breathe actively. Come on up with me. We're going to bring the knee up. So guys, use the wall, the chair, the rails on the stairs, whatever you have handy. So my left knee is lifted. I'm gonna take my right arm the opposite, take it behind, just like we already did. Bind, use your straps, guys, if you have to, or simple towels. We're gonna flow. Don't worry if you have to tap the floor with your feet. We're just learning, we're just practicing. It's a practice. Beautiful. Hold that balance in your balancing stick or warrior 3 with the hand bound. Come on back up. Nice and gentle and simple tree pose, guys, today. Grab your ankle, put the foot inside. I know. Take your time. Feel free to have your foot on the ground. And we will finalize, guys, this flow with our Hachendrasana. Take your time. Take your time. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna send our right hand, the same side hand, which your foot is on the ground. Please use your blocks underneath. That's gonna make a huge difference. Open it up. One little step at a time. In through the nose, out, and back. Nice and slow. Bend your knee. We're going to step back, guys. Glide to your plank. You don't have to do the transition, but if you with me, join me for the strong push-up. Knees on the floor if you have to. And all the way back to your downward facing dog. We rest and recover just for the few seconds. If you need to go to your child pose, please do. Drop the head, relax your neck. We're ready to bring our other leg up, left leg up, step forward. We're not trying to kick off the ground with the back foot. We're gliding using the strength of the front leg. So take your time. Hold the hands on the floor, or whenever you're ready, take your hands up front. That's it. Let's make a soft transition all the way. We will take the opposite arm from the leg and let's bind. It might not be perfect for today. We're using the strap and towel. That's absolutely normal. It's a practice, guys. Once you're connected, feel really grounded. Legs like the roots of the tree. Strong foundation, strong body. All right, try not to drop your elbows too much. I know it's challenging. Come on back up, guys. Come on back up. Very gentle. We're gonna go for the tree pose. Tree of your choice. If you choose to tap the floor, that's also good. Hands up front. Take a deep breath. We're doing it together. We're ready for our Hachendrasana. Left hand on the floor, just the same side that what your leg is grounded. Use your blocks. Take your time. Breathe and flow. We slowly, after we found the ground, we open up. We're not striving for the perfection, right? It's just the practice, just the flow. It's a part of our life, which we explore in what our body can't, what our body can't do yet. But it definitely will be able, playing, guys. Transition if you're doing it with me. And it doesn't matter when we started the practice, how old we are, consistency, commitment, and determination from the heart will make a huge difference. Huge difference. But we have to make an effort, do our best. We have to take care of our health, guys. Drop the head, relax your neck. I'm so proud of you guys, so proud of you. All the way. All right, I'm taking you guys on the prone position today. We're practicing a few Shalabhasana or Lacoste variation. We're also gonna do a bow pose if you're gonna be ready for that, but it's completely optional. So go ahead and take yourself back. We will begin here in a Sphinx or Cobra, whatever fits to your practice. So hands grounded, shoulders up, back and down, lift, express. Feel free to put your elbows on the floor. In and out. let's look above one shoulder, very gentle, and above another shoulder, very gentle. Good. We're gonna set our arms a little bit wider, fingertips outside. Do one more little stretch up here. Reach up and bend one elbow at a time and shoulder down over the floor. Look underneath. Very nice. We're gonna have to use strength of our shoulders and flexibility for that bow in some of the Shalabhasana or Lakust. Take it back. I will give you a few options, guys, and you can always downgrade and continue to practice the first variation. So take your both hands on the ground, and if you have a back injury as beginners, just do one leg at a time. That's totally fine. Lift, press your hands, guys, into the ground, one leg or both feet off the ground. Lengthening and reaching up. Breathe and flow. Continue to press your hands, guys, into the floor. In and out, in and out, in and out. We're gonna put the hands up front and rest just a breath or two. Completely relaxed, guys. No tension in the feet, no tension in the shoulders. The next variation is pretty much the same, but we're going to take our hands off the floor. You don't have to do that, but if you're ready, then with me, guys. And you can always come back to the hands grounded on the floor, right? Inhalation, exhalation. We're doing it together. Do not give up. A couple more breaths, guys, would work just perfectly. And let's take the hands back. We're resting. In and out. Another variation. Before our bow, we're going to connect the hands behind the back like this. It's not for everyone. Give it a try. If you're not ready, just continue to practice first or second variation I showed you. So we will take the hands behind and bind. Only if you're ready, legs up. Breathe. Inhalation, exhalation, big smile. Jaw is relaxed. Don't clench your teeth. Forehead relaxed. We don't want an extra wrinkles. And all the way, all the way, all the way. Hold it and do it. And let's rest together. Take your time to rest. And as I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, even close to that. We just practice and exploring what our body can do and what it can do yet. Let's bend our knees. Grab your ankles, use your straps. It's also a good option. You don't have to bring your knees off the floor. If it does come off the ground, that's fantastic. If not, do what you can. Now, try to rotate your inner thighs and set little tip inner thighs towards the ceiling. We're coming up higher, not through the upper body, but we're rotating the inner thighs towards the ceiling. In and out through that nose. Excellent work. And come on back down. We really need a good compensation. We're gonna do it in our downward facing dog. Both hands on the floor. Drop the head. Relax your neck. All the way, guys. Stay with me. Inhalation, exhalation. In and out through that nose. Let's slowly bring our knees on the floor. Feet wide. And before we practice our final frog, I want to practice Virasanas. That's going to help us with our frog as well, of course. If you're not sitting in your hero pose, you will put a few blocks or pillows, guys, underneath. That's going to be a tremendous help, and it's going to help you to improve this asana. So while we're sitting up here, we're going to take a couple lateral bends and couple bends on 45 degrees behind, and gentle to the other side. In and out. Come on back. Maybe even bend your elbows a little bit deeper. Reach. and all the way to the other side. Again, if you're not sitting in a full Virasana, sitting on the blocks, be very mindful, guys, very mindful. Reach all the way. And let's make our gentle transition out of the hero pose. And our frog is going to be almost the final challenging asana today for hip opening. But you know I can't let you go without your quick boat pose to strengthening our abs. So you can choose, guys, any variation. You can hold and support your legs. You can take one foot on the floor. You can extend your legs for a little bit and then come back. Let's practice these strings. Scoop the stomach in, the belly in. You can't arch the back, right? And inhalation and exhalation. A little bit higher and a little bit lower. Scoop the belly in, a little bit higher. Bend your knees, my beginners, a little bit higher, a little bit lower. You've got this. Hug. Tap the floor if you have to. Breathe. We're gonna do a couple more extensions. You ready? And extend. Breathe. In back, guys. All the way. Grab the ankles. Inhalation, exhalation. One more, just one more, my friends. All the way. Push it forward. Excellent work. Take it all the way back and round the spine. Drop the spine back. Beautiful. So, frogger. We're coming back on our knees. Once you begin, don't get stressed. It's going to be challenging, and then as we breathe, it's getting better and better. So find the comfortable cushions for your knees. The most important thing is to set your tailbone in between your knees. Try not to go up here because you're going to lose your frogger and not too far back. So knees wide as it goes comfortably. Tailbone in between the knees and the ankles behind, guys, your knees. So after you found your position, it doesn't have to be ideal. Again, ankles behind your knees, tailbone in between your knees, and it might be just your elbows. You might be able to go with your chest on the floor as well. So whatever you're able to do is all yours, guys. Do not stress and close your eyes with inhalation. Prepare. Exhalation. We send in our breaths into the hips, into the knees, into the ankles, whatever feels tense. We're not focusing on the tension, on the challenge. We're focusing on relaxation because, as we know, we expand what we focus on. So I want you to find one comfortable spot in your body, guys. Maybe it's a fingertips, maybe it's a toes, maybe it's your eyes. Close your eyes and expand that comfort. Continue to focus on the comfort in your body. I know it's easier to say than to do sometimes, but to feel comfortable is a choice. Of course, we do have pains and aches sometimes, but again, that comfort, that peace, that health comes from inside. We start to focusing on healing, transformation, vitality, and body, the physical body will start to fall into places. Let's slowly come back up. Take your time, guys. Take your time. All the way. Bring those knees back. I hope that frog felt really good. So let's go ahead and make a transfer back on our back for final little stretches and a relaxation. So slowly come on down and put your both feet close to the base of the body. Lift the hips off the ground, little Siddhavandhasana or bridge. Inhalation, exhalation. And slowly release the back on the floor. Take your knees up towards your chest. Give them a good hug. And then roll side to side. Just right and left, left and right. Just a very gentle just a couple times. Feels so good. Let's go ahead and extend our arms all the way behind and take those legs up front, lengthening through the fingertips and your toes. Relax the tension in your back. Close your eyes, guys. This is our few final extra breaths in and out to fill our body with health, vitality, change, transformation, love, peace, healing, patience, commitment. So continue to breathe slowly and continue to expand your belly each and every time, filling up your body with life. Being alive is a choice. We can be present in this world, but still be completely unconscious what's going on inside, around us, within. As a unique human ability, we do have the choice. Practice awareness, self-awareness, ability to make choices, ability to change and transform our lives for better, and of course other people's lives as well. And with that, let's slowly bring our arms up front and make your gentle transfer to the sitting position through the side or straight forward. You can keep your eyes closed, of course, or open. I would suggest to keep them closed. It's going to help you to still stay within for the final intention, for the final words of wisdom to ourselves. We all know this, but many times we just so caught up in the daily routines, being busy, making money, self-improvement, so we forget to connect with ourselves. So keep your eyes closed, guys, and reach up overhead all the way with intention to draw, while you bring in your hands back to your heart, draw anything you want, you desire into your life. So let's slowly bring our both hands back up front of the heart. Inhalations through the nose, exhalations through the nose. Give yourself a beautiful smile inside out. Expand your heart for receiving and forgiving all the goodness, all the health, all the love, all the kindness, all the happiness. Take a deep breath. And again, smile with your heart and flow through the rest of this beautiful day and week with unshakable love and peace inside. Namaste, everyone. So thank you so much for joining me for this practice today, guys. I'm so proud of you. We worked so hard the entire week, so it was a good practice for us to restore. So sleep well, recover well, eat well, be happy, and share your happiness with others. And I will see you all, guys, tomorrow.